Whoops, somebody stole your car. But hooray, the cops caught the thief and let him go. What happened? Russia has some interesting laws designed to help criminals commit more crimes more easily. Don't be shocked. It's Russia, and today we're explaining crazy Russian laws. Number 1. Fake on social media. In December 2020, Putin enacted a law allegedly designed to stop the spread of false and illegal information on social media. Social networks now have to monitor published content and identify and block information that violates Russian law. Fake information refers to posts about children doing dangerous and illegal things, the illegal sale of alcohol and drugs, illegal lotteries, and even posts that use obscene language. The law even got a catchy nickname, the Profanity Purge. So far, it sounds all right, especially if you're bothered by excessive swearing on the internet. However, there's a tiny little hook. Fake also refers to information that expresses clear disrespect for society, the government, or the Russian Constitution. Posts calling for protests that weren't pre-approved by Putin are also considered illegal. The law applies to networks and sites that have more than 500,000 daily visitors. Basically, anything that Putin doesn't like is fake and illegal. Number 2. Cryptocurrency law. On January 1st, 2021, a very interesting law came into effect. Russia now officially accepts the existence of cryptocurrencies, but prohibits their use in Russia to pay for goods and services. Russian cryptocurrency owners now need to file a tax return declaring that they own digital currency and must disclose all transactions. Basically, cryptocurrency can be bought, sold, issued, and openly discussed, but no one can use it to replace the mighty ruble. Sorry, Elon, you can't use all those bitcoins you just bought to build a mansion next to Putin's. Number 3. Blocking websites. In December 2013, the Russian government passed a law that allowed them to block any website at the request of a general prosecutor, without any hearings. The idea was to block websites that promote extremism, terrorism, incitement of interethnic violence, and also, cleverly, sites that promote mass public events that are in violation of established order. Whatever that means. One law to deal with both violent terrorism and peaceful protests. Perfect! The wording of the law is so vague that it's crystal clear. Putin can now block any public event he doesn't like. His government can deem any event a violation of established order and close down just about any website. Putin shut down 3 big opposition websites, Navalny's blog, and dozens more. Fun fact, Putin's gang blocks websites by IP and not URL. That means that every website on a shared server gets shut down. So, make sure you find out what your neighbors are up to, if you plan on sharing Wi-Fi. Number 4. Stealing is not stealing. The Russian Criminal Code states that unlawful seizure of a car or other vehicle without the purpose of theft. Already lost? So am I. Apparently, anyone has the right to take someone else's car. Go for a drive, and if caught, just return it. Basically, if you're caught stealing a car, just tell the cop you didn't really mean it. Pay the fine and walk away. Fun fact, the maximum fine is around $1,600. But there's no official minimum, so you can get off with as little as $10. Number 5. Immunity for former presidents. On January 2nd, 2021, Russia, passed a new law which guarantees the immunity of all ex-presidents. All 2 of them. No former president can be held liable, detained, arrested, interrogated, subpoenaed, or searched. Previously, these benefits were only enjoyed by sitting presidents. Nixon would have been proud. Number 6. Religious insults. In Russia, you can be fined up to $4,200 or thrown in prison for up to 3 years for any public actions expressing clear disrespect for society or religion. The changes to the criminal code were made shortly after the scandalous performance of the activist group Pussy Riot in the main Moscow cathedral in March 2012. Bye-bye, freedom of speech and religion. Number 7. Defamation. In July 2012, Vladimir Putin signed a law establishing liability for defamation. The maximum penalty? $27,000 or up to 320 hours of correctional labor. If the target of the defamation is a judge, jury, prosecutor, investigator, or bailiff, the fine shoots up to $68,000 or up to 480 hours in the gulag. The law applies to individuals and media companies. Needless to say, this is totally anti-constitutional and repressive. Putin simply found another way to silence journalists, human rights activists, and anyone brave enough to speak out about corruption. In December 2020, Putin passed yet another defamation law. Now, making Putin look bad online can land you in prison for up to 2 years. The new twist: defamation now includes for discussion of rape and other serious crimes and can lead to a 5-year prison sentence. This is a dangerous precedent which paves the way for rape victims to stay silent for fear of getting locked up. This is Putin's Russia. Number 8. Western sanctions. The West has been adding new sanctions against Russia after every new poisoning or invasion. In response, Putin passed a quintessentially authoritarian law. It's a bit complicated, but here's the main takeaway. You can be imprisoned for up to 4 years, assigned to forced labor, or fined $8,000 for following the sanctions. This includes any Russian business that refuses to provide goods or services, even if they violate Western sanctions. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. Number 9. Foreign agents. Russia has always feared foreign agents, and in 2012, they passed a law to make it a little more extra vague. Any nonprofit or citizen that participates in Russian politics with funding from abroad is classified as a foreign agent. In December 2020, the list was expanded to include any media receiving foreign funding. Anyone deemed a foreign agent must show what they've been doing and spending their money on every 6 months. And they can't run for office. Putin's phobia of foreigners forced schools, NGOs, and research institutes to pack their bags and go home. Russia's loss. Number 10. Propaganda. In 2013, Putin imposed a fine for gay propaganda aimed at children. The fines range from $600 to $13,500. Here's a real-life example. 2 years ago, a girl reposted some articles from The Guardian and BuzzFeed about LGBTQ rights. Right away, a local police officer summoned her to the police station, allegedly to testify about some random person she'd never met. She agreed and ended up being charged with gay propaganda. She had to pay $600 and delete her posts. The official wording of the law goes something like this. The propaganda of non-traditional sexual relations is the dissemination of information that can harm health, moral development, and form distorted ideas about the social equivalence of traditional and non-traditional marriage relations among minors. Another classic, vague, authoritarian law that even its authors probably don't understand. These are just our top 10 absurd laws, but the list goes on and on. Putin's printer, that's what we call the government over here, keeps printing whatever he wants, and no one seems to be able to find the off switch.